As our story begins, we are introduced to the vast and majestic land of China. It's a realm where medicine fields, hidden caves, beast-drawn chariots, flying boats, and secret places are scattered far and wide. Here, practitioners harness the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, progressing through the 5 realms of cultivation: Lianjin, Mingyuan, Tongxian, Qihuan, and Lingyu. Among these practitioners, powerful empires have risen, with the Great Zhou dynasty being the most formidable, ruling over the largest territory. Amidst the bustling city, we overhear some excited chatter. "Oh my God, what kind of divine horse is this? I've never seen anything like it before." They're referring to the flowing cloud horse and the golden cloud train, the most magnificent carriage in heavenly Jedi City. It's a rare sight, and today, everyone is in for a visual treat. After some time, the opulent carriage arrives at the grand heavenly Jedi City. The driver addresses his master inside. "Master, we have arrived at heavenly Jedi City. Would you like to stop at the Purple Robe Mansion or—" Inside the carriage sits a man, a glass of red wine in his hand. He responds calmly, "No need. Head to Qingru Tower." The servant thinks to himself. As soon as he returns to the city, he heads straight to the brothel and spends money. Truly, he is the young master of the Chu family. The man in the carriage, sipping his wine, reflects on his journey. "Not long ago, I'm not sure if it was through time travel or possession, but I followed the system's prompts to perform a soul-binding infusion. Now, I stand as the pillar of the Great Zhou dynasty, the sole heir of the purple-robed marquis, and the leader of the 36 divine marquises. The most famous prodigal son, Qiu Tianxiao, is the central figure of this manhua. However, after the system merged with my soul, it remained in standby mode, and I noticed no immediate effects. My low cultivation wasn't due to poor talent, but rather because I grew up pampered by my parents." Qiu Tianxiao's father often said, "My dear son, stop practicing all the time and go out more to see the world. This city is our family's property. When you tire of playing here, I'll buy the other half." His mother would add, "That's right. You've been practicing for half an incense stick. Take a break. I've brought 20 new maids from Jianan to massage your legs." Despite their indulgence, not only did my cultivation level stagnate, but my spending became increasingly extravagant. People would say, "Master Qiu is truly a living bodhisattva who saves people from suffering." One day, Qiu Tianxiao visited a shop and told the shopkeeper, "I heard your family owns the best silk shop in heavenly Jedi City. I want all your finest fabrics." The shopkeeper replied, "You want the best? Everything in this shop is of the highest quality." Qiu Tianxiao then said, "Really? Then I'll take them all. In fact, buy up the whole shop, including everything in the warehouse." As he sat in his horse carriage, Qiu Tianxiao reflected, "Now I get it. Living the life of a prodigal son can be fun." The carriage eventually stopped, and his servant stepped out, saying, "Young master, we have arrived at Qingru Tower." As soon as Qiu Tianxiao steps out of his horse carriage, everyone is captivated by his charm. The crowd murmurs, "Oh, this young master is so handsome. Please come in, please come in." Many girls surround Qiu Tianxiao, and a man, curious about the commotion, asks, "Who is this, arriving with such grandeur?" His friend replies, "That's Qiu Tianxiao, the famous prodigal son of the purple-robed marquis mansion." As Qiu Tianxiao makes his way forward, an old lady greets him, saying, "Young master, you have good taste. Our Qingru Tower is the largest pavilion in heavenly Jedi City. We have girls here you can only dream of. Which girl would you like to choose?" Qiu Tianxiao responds, "Give me a private room on the 3rd floor with a view of the sea and bring up some fine wine." The old lady, impressed, says, "The young master is truly an expert in choosing the best spots. But which of our girls have caught your eye?" Qiu Tianxiao asks, "Are the 2 famous stars from Qingwu Tower still here? If so, please invite sisters Minglu and Ningxiu." The old lady replies, "Young master, you are a regular, but the rule here is that a customer can only order 1 girl. You can't break the rule." Qiu Tianxiao confidently says, "In addition to sisters Minglu and Ningxiu, I want all the girls listed in these 2 books. 1 book will go upstairs to serve, and the other will stay to please the eyes." The old lady, surprised, exclaims, "Who else could command Qingru Tower like this?" Young master, you really like to joke?" No, there is no such rule. And after listening to that old lady, Qiu Tian Shao shows her the money. That is, a spirit coin ticket. And Su Tian Shao says to that lady, really? Take a closer look. Is there such a rule? And so on. The old lady is shocked to see all the spirit coin tickets and dinks. This is a spirit coin ticket used exclusively by the wealthy in our great Zhou dynasty. The face value of one ticket is 50,000 spirit coins. We ordinary people can survive with only 800 spirit coins a month. He spent 150,000 spirit coins. Then the old lady becomes very happy and she says, from now on, young master, you are the rules. You can play however you want, as long as you are happy. Girls, it's time to pick up the guest. Come out. And many beautiful girls started coming to Qiu Tian Shao. And among them a girl is saying, looking at Qiu Tian Shao, that's Master Qiu. He is Master Qiu Tian Shao, the only son of purple-robed Marquis Qiu Zhong and I, the first person to enter the heavenly Tao through business, and the second richest man in the great show. Then all the girls started running towards Qiu Tian Shao. We see a man who is very shocked and says, it's the money-throwing young master from before, right? He disappeared for a few years and is back again. And another man, he is saying, I heard that Master Qiu never looks at the denomination of things. And he doesn't seek the best but the most expensive. And we see that Qiu Tian Shao is sitting comfortably. And many girls are surrounding him. And one girl is feeding grapes to Qiu Tian Shao. And another girl is saying to Qiu Tian Shao, I finally met Master Qiu again. And the other girl says, after 3 years, Master Qiu, you really want us sisters to die. Another girl says, many people said that Master Qiu had an accident outside. Bah, they are jealous. And Qiu Tian Shao, happy with their words, puts a spirit coin ticket in a girl's mouth. Then he says, your little mouth is still as sweet as before. This young master is happy to hear that. Here, 20,000 is a reward for you. Oh, this little hand is so slippery. It is well maintained. Here is 30,000 spirit coins for maintenance. And Qiu Tian Shao starts blowing a lot of money. And Qiu Tian Shao is saying to those people, ho ho ho, this girl's breasts have become smaller. Is she thinking what I think? Take the 50,000 and buy some more papaya and show frogs to replenish your body. And seeing Qiu Tian Shao's generosity, all the girls become very happy and they are saying, Kia, mine is obviously smaller. My breasts have shrunk because of you, you see. And the other girl says, if it's not obvious, you can touch it. Another girl says, you wish, little slut. If Master Qiu wants to touch someone, he should touch me first. But then a very beautiful girl comes to that place, and her name is Ming Lu, who is Qingru Tower top brand. And Ming Lu is speaking to those girls, after all this fuss, you still don't even know how to help the young master to the side room? If you can't serve him, get out of my way. And all those girls get very surprised to see Ming Lu. Then Qiu Tian Shao goes to Ming Lu and says to her, Ming Lu, you are here too. I found you a very nice hairpin outside. But Ming Lu says to Qiu Tian Shao, Master Qiu, we can keep joking later. We have something serious to do right now. So follow me. And Ming Lu whispers in Qiu Tian Zhao's ear, Sister Lu Ling wants to see you. Then Ming Lu starts going upstairs with Qiu Tian Shao. And Qiu Tian Shao opens the door. And then there is a beautiful girl in front of him. And her name is Mu Luling. And Mu Luling is saying, look at Qiu Tian Shao, Master Qiu. Is it really you? I just heard Sister Ming Lili say that and I couldn't believe it. I'm sorry, Lu Ling shouldn't have doubted Master Qiu. Master Qiu, you once said you would help me break off the engagement, remember? Boo-hoo. Then Qiu Tian Shao starts remembering his childhood, when he was young. And he is saying, she is my childhood playmate. When she grew up, her family arranged for her to marry Qin Yun, the 17th son of Qin Shuyin, the great Zhou dynasty's divine marquis. Qin Yun was enlightened at the age of 4 and exercised his strength at the age of 10. He crossed the thresholds of the 3rd and 6th levels of the Lianjin and pursued the 12th level of Lianjin. At the age of 14, he successfully advanced to the lower realm of Mingyuan with an unrepeatable opportunity. Therefore, he is called a genius and the #1 talent in Heavenly Jedi City. His true combat power has reached the peak level of Mingyuan. But 3 years ago, Xian Yun became obsessed with evil. His power dropped by 1,000 miles, and he became a useless person at the 1st level of the Lianjin. Because of the unbalanced mentality, he abused Luling. And Mu Luling has tears in her eyes, and she is holding Su Tianzhao's hand. And Su Tianzhao is thinking, 3 years ago, the original body promised to help her break off the engagement. But how can he help now? After all, facing that, according to rumors, with the help of the relic treasure black ring, his cultivation is recovering rapidly. Qin Yun, who is holding the template of the useless destiny child, lead Luling to break off the engagement. Isn't it just a good opportunity for him to complete his 3 years of suffering, have the plug-in place, and start his counterattack? I am the villain who puts pressure on Destiny's child when he is in adversity, become the first stepping stone on his road to writing cool articles. And then Qiu Tianzhao's system shows Qiu Tianzhao the mission and asks him to select a mission, and Qiu Tianzhao's system tells Qiu Tianzhao, long-term continuous main quest to abuse my true destiny thousands of times. The prodigal son versus the son of destiny, novice trial, mission description. Please formulate a practical plan to break off the engagement. Before 3 p.m. today, bring Mu Luling, the fiancé of the good-for-nothing son of destiny Qin Yun, to break off the engagement, requiring at least 80 points of damage to Qin Yun. Completion reward. Open the exclusive treasure house of the prodigal son. The endless treasure of heaven. Failure penalty. Kill the host directly. And Qiu Tianzhao gets very shocked after listening to the system's words. And he says to the system, "Do you have to be so cruel? I am just a prodigal son who has nothing except money. What can I use to fight against the son of destiny? Isn't this clearly asking me to die?" Then the system says to Qiu Tianzhao, Tips 1. Damage value explanation. Effective damage is related to the negative emotions of the chosen one. The damage received, the degree of luck, and whether the cohesion of the lineup is damaged. Anything that the host does to harm the interest of the chosen one can be converted into damage value to the chosen one. The specific manifestations are 20 points, frowning, 40 points, clenching fists, 60 points, confession, 80 points, vomiting blood in the heart and lungs, 100 points, inner demons abound. Tips 2. Going directly to break off the engagement and humiliate, the person will only inspire the fighting spirit of the child of destiny, with a maximum effective damage of 20 points. Tips 3. The prodigal's strongest weapon against his destined prince is his prodigal son. If before sunset, the prodigal son has more than 300,000 spirit coins and receives a qualified lackey, there may be a surprise. Current amount of money lost, 0. And Qiu Tianzhao is very shocked after listening to the system's words, and he is thinking, before sunset, my life is almost gone, how can I have the mood to spend money now? Wait, could it be that there is a novice gift pack hidden in the mission that can turn the disadvantage around? And the condition for activation is to become a spendthrift and become a lackey. And then Ming Lu wakes Qiu Tianzhao up from his thoughts and says to him, Master Qiu, please don't be silent. You really need to help Luling. Luling's wife was replaced by a concubine, and Qin Yun suspected that she was secretly taking revenge. So he tortured her in different ways. Luling was forced to flee here and do odd jobs. But the Mu family are afraid of the Qin family and broke off relations with Luling. What's even more abominable is that after Qin Yun knew where Luling was hiding, it actually attracted the most lustful 19th Prince Tian Luling to accompany him for drinking. If I hadn't acted in time, Liuling's innocence would have been lost. And after listening to all of Minglu's words, now Qiu Tianzhao is feeling very angry and he is thinking, I have heard about Qin Yun's cruelty, but I didn't expect that the son of destiny would do such scum and beastly things. I originally thought that it was a bit too much to break off the engagement in public and humiliate you, but now it seems you deserve it. And Qiu Tianzhao is saying angrily, it's not difficult to help you break off the engagement, but Qin Yun is blessed with luck and is the son of destiny. Perhaps it won't take long for him to make a name for himself, to build a career, or even to become the king and dominate the world. Will you still not be willing to draw near to him and share his glory then? And remembering all those things, Mu Luling's eyes are shedding tears, and she is saying while crying, from the moment he asked me to accompany the 19th prince for drinking, he has been my mortal enemy. I hate him, and I hate the identity of Qin Yun's fiancé even more. All he wants is a tool, but Luling wants to be a human being. Luling and he have different ideas and cannot work together. Then Qiu Tianzhao puts his hand on Mu Luling's shoulders, and he is thinking, since she has made up her mind to risk everything, there is no reason for me to back down. Even if there is no such system task, I will still lend her a helping hand. Then Chu Tianxiao says to Mu Luling, Luling, I will never go back on my promise to you 3 years ago. But you must know that there is nothing in this world that can be obtained without paying a price. And hearing this, Mu Luling becomes happy. And she says to Chu Tianxiao, what does Master Chu want me to do? And Chu Tianxiao says to Mu Luling, be my lackey. But both of them get confused after listening to Chu Tianxiao, and they are not able to understand what Chu Tianxiao said. Then Chu Tianxiao takes out something from his pocket and says, perhaps being a lackey of the prodigal son would be a shameful thing in the eyes of others. But I want to tell you, Lu Ling, be my lackey. You must avoid using the word shame. Here, this crystal card is your welcome fee. And Ming Lu gets very happy after seeing the crystal card. And she says to Chu Tianxiao, that is the Great Zhou Black crystal card, which is exclusively for the royal nobles. Ordinary people are not eligible to use it even if they have money. And looking at the crystal card, Ming Lu is thinking, not to mention that each card can be used for at least 150,000 spirit coins. It is said that even if there is no money in the card, you can use this card to pawn 100,000 spirit coins at a bank. And Mu Luling takes the crystal card and she is thinking, just give me the card so easily? Then Chu Tianxiao says to Mu Luling, if you don't refuse, I'll take it as your agreement. Then the monthly salary. In the initial stage, it will be calculated as 200,000 spirit coins. I will provide you with the necessities of life and the resources for cultivation. If you encounter any difficulties or don't have enough money, come to me. You can be given an additional 150,000 spirit coins every month to handle emergency situations. And Mu Luling gets a big shock after hearing what Chu Tianxiao says, and she is thinking, huh? This is too much. Then Chu Tianxiao gives the beast-controlling ring to Mu Luling and says, here, this is my beast-controlling ring for the Golden Cloud and Lei Train. You can use it as a means of transportation. A prodigal son would never ride in a car worth less than 1 million spirit coins a second time. Now it belongs to you. And Mu Luling takes the beast-controlling ring too. And she is thinking, a car worth nearly 1 million spirit coins. And you gave it to me too. Is this the treatment for a lackey? Which lackey gets this treatment? And Minglu says to Mu Luling, the Qin family's offering only amounted to 100,000 spirit coins a year. But Luling made that much in a month. Sister Luling, this is a blessing in disguise. And Chu Tianxiao says to Mu Luling, Luling, how many spirit coins would Qin Yun's 1 month's cultivation resources be converted into? So Mu Luling says to Chu Tianxiao, my dear, the struggles in the Qin family are complicated. And Qin Yun is just a concubine's son. There were probably about 12,000 of them before. But now that the genius has fallen, there are only about 500 left. And listening to Mu Luling, Su Tianxiao says smilingly, Humph, that guy's monthly salary at his peak was only 1/20th of yours. What can he use to compare with you now? Luling, you must not lose face when you go to cancel the engagement. Especially you must not embarrass me, do you understand? And Mu Luling says Luling understands. Then Chu Tianxiao turns back and says to Mu Luling, hey, it seems you don't understand. You don't even know what is the most important thing about being my female lackey. Remember, the female lackeys under my command must be beautiful and confident. Minglu, before noon, I want to see a brand new Mu Luling. And Minglu is carefully looking at the crystal card, and Mu Luling is saying, clothes from the golden silk house. The powder that makes you drunk with flowers. Yun Shu Pavilion's dressing table. Give me everything you can. You don't have to save money for me. These famous brands are the favorites of the princess of the time. Each item is very expensive. Do I really need to buy all of them? And Ming Lu says, I somehow feel pitiful for Qin Yun. And Chu Tianxiao after thinking something says, no, it's not enough. There must also be 3 beautiful 7th level treasures of the realm of cultivation as decoration. I want Luling to blind Qin Yun's eyes with one glance. I want him to know that any item he steals from Luling is worth more than him. Understand? And both are surprised to hear Chu Tianxiao's words. And Ming Lu says to Chu Tianxiao, a treasure from the realm of true cultivation. A 7th level one? 3 more? Just 2? Decorate Luling? And Mu Luling is thinking, a 7th level treasure. Many cultivators, in order to improve their cultivation, would spend all their wealth but still not be able to buy one. But Master Chu, and after listening to Ming Lu, Su Tianxiao gets a little serious. Then he says, "What you guys are saying is, I'm poor?" And hearing Qiu Tianxiao's words, Mu Luling gets a little nervous, and she says, "No sir, we don't mean that." But Qiu Tianxiao laughs and says, "Ha ha ha, actually I just like speeding money." Then Qiu Tianxiao turns back and looks at both of them, and says to both of them, "After all, I am a man who can squander millions at the age of 8. And both of them get shocked after listening to Qiu Tianxiao's words. Then Qiu Tianxiao tells them he tells both of them, "Don't just stand there. Get started." After this, the scene shifts to Kyoto, Qiu family residence. And a servant is saying, "The young master is really a genius." Min Yuan peak broken dash. Then we see a man who is doing his cultivation. And his name is Chu He, the cousin of Qin Tian Sha, young master of the Chu family in Kyoto. Then the servant says to Chu He, "Congratulations to you for breaking through the peak of Min Jilian realm before the coming of age ceremony. No one in the Chu family can match you. And you must be the next head of the family." And Chu He says to the servant, "That may not be the case. After all, since the Chu family was split into two, in addition to our Kyoto Chu family, there is also the heavenly Jedi Chu family, my second uncle. The prodigal son of his family is also qualified to compete for the heir of the Chu family." And then a pigeon comes flying to Chu He, and that pigeon has a message for Chu He. Then Chu He reads the message. While teaching, he says that prodigal son was so lucky that he actually returned to heavenly Jedi City. Then the servant says to Chu He, "Your cousin Chu Tian Shao, so what if he goes back?" "Young master, you top the list in the last autumn family's ancestral precept. Those who failed to win in 3 consecutive autumn exams are not eligible to inherit the family business." Chu Tian Shao has already given up. And on hearing this, Chu He calms down. Then Chu He asks the servant to leave from here. But the servant stays there. Then Chu He angrily says that you leave from here, go away. And hearing this, the servant gets scared and goes away from here. Then Chu He is smiling, remembering some things. Then he moves his hand forward, and there is a ring in his hand. And then something purple is coming out of the ring. And Chu He is thinking, of course, if the residual soul of the master in Xinyuan's black ring could make some noise, it would be even better. Then Chu Tian Shao would be useless if he didn't die. Humph. Chu Tian Shao, I will let you know that everything in the Chu family will be mine. After this, the scene shifts. And we see that some girls are getting Mu Luling ready. And those girls are saying, "These earrings don't match. In Xiu, you have such bad taste." And the other girl is saying, "Who picked this hairpin? The colors don't match." Another girl says, "Stop arguing. Have you chosen the treasures for the true realm? Why haven't they been delivered yet?" And Mu Luling is saying while changing clothes, "Is it really appropriate to change clothes next to young Master Chu?" And Ming Lu says to Mu Luling, "Don't worry, not to mention that it's just a little bit exposed. Even if you take off all your clothes here, the young master won't reek." And another girl says to both of them, "Yes, also the young master loved to visit Qingru Tower. He never touched any of the girls. He just chatted and laughed when he came there. Almost all the sisters in the tower have received his kindness. Although the young master is a spendthrift, he is a very good person." Then Ming Lu whispers in Mu Luling's ear, "Let me tell you a secret. All the girls in the tower are betting on who can take the young master's virginity." And hearing this, Mu Luling gets shocked. Then we see Qiu Tian Shao. The system screen opens in front of him. And the system is telling Qiu Tian Shao, current amount of money lost, 675,000 spirit coins. Detected that there is a qualified lackey. Meet the conditions for issuing the novice gift package. Novice gift package issued. And listening to the system, Chu Tian Shao is thinking, "Great, it's just as I expected. Let me see what treasures are in this gift package." And as soon as Chu Tian Shao clicks, the system says to Chu Tian Shao, "Congratulations to the host for getting a chance to receive spiritual spring initiation, obtaining a level 1 lackey halo, 100 exchange points, and a dead tree resurrection fruit." And Chu Tian Shao gets surprised to hear this, and he is thinking, "Spiritual spring initiation? Using the money spent to improve your cultivation? There is actually such a reward for completing the wasteful task." Then the system further says, "Lackey Halo. It can increase the abilities of all the lackeys under the prodigal son. The higher the level, the better the effect. Lackey requirements. Men must have the potential to become a favorite child of heaven. Women's appearance must be rated above 80 points. And Qiu Tianxiao is thinking, well, it seems that finding Mu Luling as a lackey is already a fluke, and there is no hope of forming an army of lackeys in a short period of time. And the system says to Qiu Tianxiao, exchange points, it can only be obtained by completing system tasks and can be used to exchange items in the prodigal son's treasure house. And Qiu Tianxiao is thinking, similar to the exchange mall? Unfortunately, the system has not yet enabled this function, so I will ignore it for now. Then the system says dead fruit. Resurrection fruit is a rare and magical fruit that can condense or repair the soul. And Chuan Sha is thinking, my cultivation is only at the first stage, and it is still a long way from condensing my soul. It would be useless if I used it. It's really strange that the novice gift package now gives something like this. Forget it. I'll think about the other things later and use up the spiritual spring initiation first. Then the system says, current amount of money lost, 675,000 spirit coins. Current remaining spiritual spring initiation opportunities, 1. Do you want to receive the initiation? And Su Tianxiao closes his eyes, and he is thinking, yes, this feeling, the power is flowing throughout my body, so comfortable, and a lot of spiritual energy starts going inside Su Tianxiao. And when he releases the spiritual energy, it becomes a blade, and Su Tianxiao is very happy to see this, and he is thinking, spiritual power is released, and the energy turns into a blade. Have I reached the peak of the 4th level of Lianjin? Although Lianjin is a basic realm, practicing it is also very time-consuming. From the 1st level of Lianjin to the peak of the 4th level, ordinary people would need at least several years. And even if they have high aptitude, it would take several months. But I only took 3 breaths. Then the system tells Qiu Tianxiao, current amount of money lost, 0. And Qiu Tianxiao is looking at the screen thinking, with 670,000 spirit coins, you can reach the peak of the 4th level of Lianjin. This is so worth it. In other words, as long as the amount of money spent is enough, wouldn't it be possible to get a Qi Huan or even Lingjiu in a matter of minutes? Even though I'm a spendthrift, I can't really empty my hollis before I can earn some money. Unfortunately, the current task is to cancel the engagement, not to upgrade. If the task is not completed, you will still die. Although my current cultivation level can compete with Qin Yun, there is no guarantee that I will not fall into the routine of a destiny explosion and counterattack. In addition, Qin Yun not only has Qin Jiaojiao to take care of him, but what's more troublesome is that there is also a mysterious old grandfather. It is said that Qin Jiaojiao does not have the blood of the Qin family to be able to become the Shi must have extraordinary intentions. After Qin Yun lost his cultivation, only Qin Jiaojiao protected him. She must have some plan for Qin Yun's destiny. In this case, the old man with the black ring probably didn't have any good intentions towards Qin Yun. A dead tree resurrection fruit. Humph, got it. Then the system tells Qiu Tianxiao, dead fruit resurrection fruit is a rare and magical fruit that can condense or repair the soul. And then Ming Lu comes to Qiu Tianxiao, and Ming Lu tells Qiu Tianxiao, young master, Miss Lu Ling has taken care of everything here. And Qiu Tianxiao becomes very happy on hearing this. Then when he looks in front, Mu Luling is in front of him, who is looking very beautiful, seeing whom Qiu Tianxiao also cannot believe that this is Mu Luling. And Mu Luling really looks very beautiful. Then Qiu Tianxiao goes close to Mu Luling and tells her, it is true that clothes make the man, and gold makes the Buddha. This girl is definitely worthy of being on the beauty list. Transcribed and listening to Qiu Tianxiao's words, Mu Luling starts blushing, and she is talking to Qiu Tianxiao. Well, young master Qiu, let's then. Qiu Tianxiao puts his hand on Mu Luling's head and says to Mu Luling, don't call me young master Qiu anymore, call me young master from now on. So Mu Luling says, yes, young master. Then Qiu Tianxiao holds Mu Luling's hand, and while taking her with him, he is saying, no matter how high your destiny is, you're still afraid of burning money. Come, let's break off the engagement. After this, the scene shifts, and we see a scene outside the city, and some people are talking, and one of the men is saying, the prodigal son of the Chu family brought Mu Luling to the house and said he wanted to cancel the engagement. Then the other man says, haha, with their abilities, how dare they do that? Then we see a scene in the main hall, and an elder is shouting, what? Breaking off the engagement? Asshole. And the elder bangs his teacup on the table, and he is saying to Mu Luling, you really dared to come and break off the engagement. I misjudged you. I thought you were reserved and polite, but I didn't expect you to be so shameless. You even brought the Chu family to back you up. Do you really think that there is no one in our Qin family? And he is elder of Qin family, Qin Chonglin. And Chu Tianxiao is drinking tea smiling. Then he says to the elder, I know that your Qin family has a big shot like you, but don't rush to smash the plates and bowls. After all, the victim and the acting head of the family have not spoken yet. And the elder gets very angry after listening to Chu Tianxiao. Then he stands up from his place and is releasing his spiritual aura. And he is speaking to Chu Tianxiao. You're nothing but a loser. How dare you add insult to injury? And then a lady comes to that place. And that lady silences the elder. And the elder is very surprised to see that lady. Then that lady says to the elder, Elder Qin, visitors are guests. And this lady is acting head of Qin family, Qin Jiaojiao. Then Qin Jiaojiao says to Mu Luling, the sister Luling. It turns out that she has found a noble man. Look at this outfit. There are 3 real-life treasures. The Chu family is really rich and powerful. And Mu Luling is listening to Qin Jiaojiao's words silently. Then Qin Jiaojiao is looking at a man. And she is saying, no wonder he looks down on our Qin family. Then we see a man who is sitting comfortably at his place. Then Qin Jiaojiao says, and he is prodigy of Qin family, Qin Yun. And Qin Yun is staring at Su Tianxiao. Then Qin Jiaojiao says to Su Tianxiao, speaking of divorce, the important matter of marriage has always been decided by parents and matchmakers. The head is far away in Kyoto now. Although I am the acting head, I am not qualified to make the decision. It is better to wait for the head than Chu Tianxiao. Picking up the cup of tea says, I think you all misunderstood. I am not here to ask for your opinions today, but to inform you. And Chu Tianxiao shows them the marriage certificate, and it is written in it. The 2 families are united in marriage, and the marriage is eternal. They are matched with the same name. Look at the peach blossoms on this day, which are bright and suitable for the family. I predict that he will have a prosperous family and a long life. I respectfully write this promise to you to be together until old age on this red paper. I will record the ode of red leaves in the love genealogy. Then Su Tianxiao tears the marriage certificate, and he says, this marriage certificate is like Qin Yun, invalidated, and tears the marriage certificate into pieces and throws it in the air. And Mu Luling gets shocked seeing this. And Qin Yun gets very angry, and he breaks the teacup. And Qin Jiaojiao is saying to Chu Tianxiao, Yoling Master Chu is too overbearing. And now the elder, Chu Tianxiao is very angry with Qin Yun. And he is releasing his power and saying, no need to take action on behalf of the head. I will teach this loser a lesson. And Chu Tianxiao looks at Qin Yun. While watching, he is thinking, Qin Yun, why don't you take action? I wonder how long you can endure this? And Qin Yun's head is bowed down. And Chu Tianxiao is saying to Qin Yun, Humph, why are you in such a hurry? Where have we gotten to now? Then Chu Tianxiao calls someone and says, Wang Wu, please bring Zhao Lu in. And we see that 2 people have come to that place, and they have brought a box with them. And the first one of them, the man is saying, young master, they are all here. And the elder is saying in a very surprised tone, this, Qin Yun was too dazzling back then. Is this the betrothal gift that the Mu family gave to Mu Luling in order to marry her into our Qin family? And we see that there are a lot of gold coins in that box. And Su Tianxiao is saying to them, although it has no value to me, since you want to cancel the engagement, these things must be returned together. Carry away. And both servants say, yes, young master. Then Qin Jiaojiao says to the elder, this is too much. Elder Qin, stop them. And elder gets ready to attack Xiao Tianxiao. And he has prepared a spiritual power attack in his hands. And while attacking both of them, he is saying, I'm here. Who of you dares? And then both the servants are staring at the elder. They are watching. And as soon as the elder attacks both of them, the elder's attack stops beforehand. And seeing this, the elder is very surprised. And the first servant is smiling and thinking, upper realm of Manhwa? And both the servants say while leaving, step aside. And Chu Tianxiao laughs and says, what? You don't dare to stop me? That's right. After all, my 2 employees are both in Guanyin realm, and their monthly salary is higher than Qin Yun's annual salary. And all of the masters of your Chu family have followed the head of the family, Qin Cliang, to Kyoto, right? And after listening to Chu Tianxiao, Qin Zhaojiao gets very angry, and she is thinking the marriage certificate was torn up in front of her. The betrothal gifts were forcibly taken away. This cancellation of the engagement was too ruthless. Chu Tianxiao, although I can't fight your Chu family head-on now, there is still a long way to go. Just wait and see how I deal with you. Then Chu Tianxiao says to Mu Luling, Luling, since the engagement has been called off, and the Qin family is all cowards now, there's nothing fun to do here, so let's go back. And Mu Luling replies, yes, young master. And Chu Tianxiao is taking Mu Luling away from this place holding her hand. But then Qin Yun stands up, and while releasing his aura asks both of them to stop, and Chu Tianxiao smilingly says, very good. Qin Yun finally couldn't help it. And then Qin Yun grabs Mu Luling's clothes and shouts at her, Mu Luling, you slut. You are not even worthy of carrying my shoes. What qualifications do you have to wear a treasure? You are showing off in front of me? And after listening to Qin Yun, Mu Luling is thinking, Mu Luling, you have some potential. Don't be afraid of him. Young master has helped you to this point. You must not embarrass the young master. Then Mu Luling shakes her hand and says to Qin Yun, let go. Trash. You don't deserve it. And Qin Yun gets very shocked after listening to Mu Luling's words. And Chu Tianxiao smilingly says to Mu Luling, well said, trash really doesn't deserve it. And Qin Yun is getting very angry, and he is saying, bitch, I will pay you back 100-fold for the humiliation you inflicted on me today. And you, Chu Tianxiao, I will remember you. And Chu Tianxiao smilingly says to Qin Yun, so what if you remember? At the same time, Chu Tianxiao is thinking, very good. The ring lights up, which means the old man is awake too. Then Qin Yun says to Chu Tianxiao, the reason why you dare to come to my house and bully me today is simply because you rely on your prominent family background. If I was still the generous I was 3 years ago, or even better, would you still dare to come? But Chu Tianxiao is smiling after listening to Qin Yun's words, and he is thinking, very good, keep your anger going. And Chu Tianxiao says to Qin Yun, it's useless to talk like that. You know you are not the same person you were 3 years ago. And now Qin Yun is very angry, and he has taken out his spiritual dragon, and he is saying, yes, you are right. Today, I am very weak. I accept the loss. But I want to give you a piece of advice. 30 years in the East, 30 years in the West. Don't bully the poor young people. And now seeing this action of Qin Yun, Qin Zhaojiao is getting very happy. And she is thinking, this aura. It's like returning to 3 years ago. That indomitable boy with destiny. And the elder is also getting very happy. And he is thinking this is more powerful than 3 years ago. God bless our Qin family. And Qin Zhaojiao is bearing the pressure of Qin Yun's aura with great difficulty. And she is thinking, hold on, don't let yourself be shocked and fall down. And Chu Tianxiao is also a little surprised to see Qin Yun's aura. And he is thinking, is this destined manpower? After 3 years of wasting time, he can still develop such a domineering aura? Great, it's time to use the big move. But Chu Tianxiao smilingly shows something to Qin Yun and says to him, since you said, don't look down on the poor young people, then I will give you a chance to prove yourself today. This treasure is for you. TSK, come and get it. And as soon as Qin Yun sees that fruit, he gets very shocked. And he says, dead tree resurrection fruit? Among all the spiritual medicines for repairing the soul, the most effective one is the dead tree resurrection fruit? At the same time, Qin Yun is thinking, this is a priceless treasure. Not to mention that I can't afford it in my entire life. Even if I can buy it, it is extremely rare on the market, and it is impossible to get it. But he just took it out and said he wanted to give it to me? And then an evil old man in Qin Yun's mind says, a dead tree resurrected fruit, ha ha. God is really helping me. Yun boy, hurry up. Take it. With it, I can soar to the sky. You can also return to the peak of destiny. And the old man is becoming very happy. And Chu Tianxiao is smilingly thinking, Qin Yun, if he follows the script, he will definitely refuse to accept the villain's treasure and show off his heroic spirit in front of Qin Zhaojiao. And Qin Zhaojiao will devote herself to your cool story that night. Unfortunately, I have changed the script now. The villain has offered an irresistible price. I wonder how you will respond. Then Chu Tianxiao says to Qin Yun, now that we know each other, don't just stand there. Let's get started. And Qin Yun is surprised to hear Chu Tianxiao's words, and he is saying start. Start. What? Then Chu Tianxiao puts the fruit in front of Qin Yun and says to him, start proving it. Didn't you said? Don't bully the poor young people. According to your logic, you will definitely not be poor in the future. In that case, destroy this dead tree resurrection fruit now and show me. And Qin Yun is very shocked to hear Chu Tianxiao's words. He is not able to understand anything. But the old man is saying to Qin Yun, don't listen to that bastard's nonsense. With this, the chapter ends here. I hope that you liked today's video, and if you did, hit that like button as today's like goal is 100 likes. Comment next part down below for the next part. Also, consider subscribing with the notification bell on to get notified as soon as a new video drops onto the channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching.